organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
Coming up on Daily Iowan TV, blown away. Severe weather season is here. Find out what's in store for the rest of it coming up.
And drowning in debt. Find out what the University of Iowa is doing to help students stay afloat.
And in sports, the buzz surrounding Iowa's new potential playmaker.
We have it all at the top of the hour.
Daily Iowan TV starts now. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Megan Sanchez.
And I'm Stefan Duran.
The Iowa Board of Regents announced today just how much money the three regent universities have paid in settlements outside of court. This totals $1.3 million since 2011. And of that $1.3 million, the University of Iowa has spent the most. The report found the UI paid $866,000 for various employment disputes, threatening lawsuits, grievances, and discrimination. Many of these resulted in retirement for those employees. The report comes after a request from the Associated Press.
The average debt for a UI student has gone up $1,000 since last year. The UI Office of Financial Aid is expanding its staff in hopes to teach students how to better budget their money. Our own Megan Horahan takes a look at how the UI plans to diminish student debt.
According to the annual Student Financial Aid Report, the national college debt for students leaving a four-year university is $25,500. But here at the UI, the average student will leave here with almost $2,000 more to pay back. 61% of students from the UI have some sort of debt after graduation, but situations differ among all students.
Well, my parents are helping me mostly with college, and I'm very lucky that they are, and I don't have to take out any loans or anything.
Well, I'm paying predominantly with loans, and yeah, I am very worried about debt after school. So it's always in the back of my mind.
On one hand, students are worried about how they'll do in their college courses, but on the other, they're worried about paying for them. The UI Office of Financial Aid is doing more to reduce those worries. To help with this increase in debt, the UI is hiring 2 full-time financial aid specialists this summer that will target undergraduate students.
We're trying to, get to the point where students can make the best informed choices related to borrowing.
2 part-time grad students held these positions, focusing only on freshmen due to the lack of resources. But the university hopes that the hiring of full-time professionals will help students graduate with as little to pay back as possible. Megan Horahan, Daily Iowan TV.
The UI wants to help students see the difference between needs and wants when they're making purchases.
Across the nation, April has brought floods, storms, and high winds causing dangerous situations, most notably in Mississippi and Arkansas, but Iowa has been affected too.
Daily Iowan TV's Nick Fisher went out to see what to expect here at home for the remainder of the severe weather season. Take a look.
Sunday evening's tornado, which ripped through Keokuk County in southern Iowa, left 2 dead and caused severe damage to barns and buildings, including the Oskaloosa Family Medical Center. Although it is nearly impossible to predict a tornado's arrival, there is hope for this being the last twister of 2014.
There's an El Nino that is expected to develop. If we have an El Nino, we tend to have cold, wet springs in Iowa that don't produce a lot of tornadoes here.
In the Iowa City area, alerting patrons of severe storms is crucial. Sirens placed throughout Johnson County sound whenever there is confirmed tornado sightings, 70-mile-per-hour winds, or golf ball-sized hail.
They hear the sirens going off. Best thing they can do is go inside, seek shelter, and tune into local media to find out what's going on and what they need to do to stay safe.
Earlier today, I went out to find what UI students do when they hear the sirens.
I always take cover. That's how I was taught even in my own home.
Pretty much do what we were doing.
Usually take cover, just play it safe.
The university advises students to remain calm when the sirens do sound. Nick Fisher, Daily Iowan TV.
To receive free text alerts when severe weather hits Johnson County, go to jecc-ema.org. Well, Megan, the temps out there dropped down to the 40s today, and I was not expecting it at all.
I know, Stefan. I'm hoping to see some brighter days soon. Let's toss it over to our own Maria Palladino for the weather. Maria?
Thanks, Megan. I think I've had enough of this gloomy weather too, especially with finals week right around the corner. But unfortunately, it doesn't seem like the sun will be coming out in the next week. The temperatures, however, are on the rise. Tomorrow brings temps of 43 degrees with a 40% chance of rain. In the afternoon, expect overcast skies and temperatures around 50. In the evening, temps will fall slightly to 47 degrees. Looking at the rest of the week, Friday will be mostly cloudy with a high of 62 degrees. Saturday, there will be partly cloudy skies while temperatures reach up into the mid-60s. The rain just can't stay away though. Sunday, there's a 50% chance of rain with temps in the lower 60s. But if we're lucky, we should see some 70s early next week. That's all I have for the weather tonight. Stay dry, everyone. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks for that, Maria. And now it's time for this week's edition of Hawkeye Buzz.
And this week we're taking a look at tango, but these aren't your typical dancers. Let's toss it over to our own Alyssa Bergamini. Alyssa, what's the buzz?
Hey guys, welcome to this week's edition of Hawkeye Buzz. We sent out our own Hannah Thompson to get the buzz on a little-known club that has a whole lot of passion.
The embrace, the walk, the style. All of these are essential components of learning the Argentine tango. And every Tuesday night, that's just what the Iowa City Tango Club members gather to do. During the hour beginner lesson at the Iowa City Senior Center, dancers pair up and learn the basics of the Argentine tango. For them, it's more than just a dance. It's a way to learn from and to connect to other people.
The Argentine tango in particular for me has broadened it to such a higher level of diversity because of the ability to dance with anyone of any age. Men dance with men, women dance with women, people of younger ages dance with people of older ages, and it's all the pleasure that you receive from not only just bringing what you have to the dance, but also receiving something from your partner.
The Argentine Tango Club is focused on improving dancers' skills, as well as giving people of the community a place to socialize with others who share the tango fever. Though they aren't preparing for any competitions, these dancers still lace up their shoes because of their passion for the tango. Whether an old tango pro or a newcomer like Pearl, the most important thing about this club is good music, good moves, and having a good time.
The people, they were all very encouraging for someone just walking in off the street. Basically, they're all very enthusiastic to meet you and excited to help you grow in any way you can.
Hannah Thompson, Daily Iowan TV.
Thanks for that, Hannah. I might have to get out and try the tango myself. That's all I've got for you today. Stephen and Megan, back to you.
The future of a Des Moines doctor is now in the hands of a jury. Daniel Baldy is accused of 7 counts of involuntary manslaughter. Both the prosecution and defense completed their arguments Tuesday. Prosecutors say he prescribed large amounts of narcotic painkillers to his patients. One of his patients included the founder of the band Slipknot, Paul Gray, who died in 2010.
And now for a look at what's happening beyond Iowa. Senate Republicans defeated Iowa Senator Tom Harkin's bill today that would have increased the federal minimum wage. The bill aimed to bring the minimum wage up from $7.25 an hour to $10.10. Democrats hoped to bring families of 3 above the poverty line, but Republicans argued it would cost jobs.
A botched lethal injection left an Oklahoma man struggling to speak, convulsing, and writhing on the gurney. 38-year-old Clayton Lockett died after having a heart attack 43 minutes after his injection. He was sentenced for shooting a 19-year-old girl. The injection was a new 3-drug cocktail that has never been used before in the state. The incident has sparked a national debate on the death penalty, including remarks from the White House. And now for a look at sports, let's toss it over to Danny Payne and Jalen Socek. Guys?
Thanks, Megan. Our What It Takes segment still to come, but first we take a look into one of the newbies of the 2014 football squad. I'm Jalen Socek.
And I'm Danny Payne. After racing past 2 defensive backs and catching a 42-yard pass from C.J. Beathard for a touchdown during the spring scrimmage last Saturday, many knew freshman and wide receiver Derek Willis was a name that they would be hearing a lot more come this fall.
Daily Iowan TV reporter Kevin Glick has more on what this freshman can bring to the table.
In a passing game that's sure to feature leading returning receiver Cavante Martin-Manley and a plethora of tight ends like Jake Doozy and Ray Hamilton, one redshirt freshman receiver has emerged as a potential playmaker in 2014. Derek Willies wowed spectators at both the open practice in West Des Moines on April 12th and in the spring game this past weekend, racking up 290 yards on 12 catches over the 2 exhibitions, including a long touchdown catch in the spring game. His performances earned him a spot on Big Ten Network personality Tom Dienhardt's All-Spring team, and Scott Docterman of the Cedar Rapids Gazette said the Rock Island native had the most impressive spring for Kirk Ferentz's crew. While Willies made way for more experienced receivers like Don Shumpert and Jacob Hillier to take the field, voice of the Hawkeyes Gary Dolphin thinks the time on the bench is going to pay off for the young receiver.
There's a reason they redshirted those, 3 kids in particular, and Mitchell and Harris and Willies last year. That is, they wanted to give me a season of seasoning and practice and to learn the Greg Davis system, and now we're seeing the fruits of that. Willies has big time written all over him.
With the big playability of Damon Powell and Tavon Smith returning, the addition of the 6'4" Willies should make Jake Rudock & Co.'s deep passing game something to watch in 2014. Kevin Glick, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
This past basketball season, the seniors were a huge part of the team's success. We heard a lot about Devin Marble, Melson Basabi, and even Zach McCabe, but there was a senior who was influencing the team from the bench.
Darius Stokes, son of Iowa's 3rd all-time leading scorer, Greg Stokes, surprised Hawkeye Nation when he declined his redshirt 5th year to play for Iowa. Our own Taylor Axelson is going to bump us off the set with her weekly feature, What It Takes. Taylor, what's going on with Darius?
Hey guys, what his plans are may surprise you. Darius was a part of Iowa's bench mob for the last 4 years and is arguably the most exciting player to watch on the entire court. He had the best seats in the house to watch Iowa basketball flourish under Coach Fran McCaffrey, but he decided it was time for his path to take a different direction.
I grew up always being a Hawkeye fan, and obviously coming out of high school, I didn't really have a lot of options for colleges, and Coach McCaffrey was actually looking at Marcus Page and saw me play an open gym and asked me to come down for a visit, and I visited with him, and he offered me a walk-on spot, so it's really like a dream come true to come down. Starting out, that was a little harder. So I had those expectations, like, oh, your dad's Greg Stokes, oh, you're gonna be just as good as him. You're gonna have some tough shoes to fill. And then, as I got more mature in the program, that didn't really bother me. I was just happy to be a part of the program.
He's accepted this role. I know how it works with teams. There's a variety of roles on a particular team, and his role was the support guy, to push the starters in practice. He was that guy to do that, and I think he did that role extremely well. But ultimately, I would just imagine as being a competitor, you really want to get out there and show your stuff in front of the people, in front of the crowd extremely well. I'm very proud of him for that, because that is a tough role to have. And I thought he took that role and made the most of it.
Whenever Hawkeye Nation saw Darius Stokes on the court, he was sitting. But he's decided it's his time to get into the game.
Probably about a month or two before senior night, I went and talked to my coaches, and I told them that my situation, that I was going to graduate this year, and I was looking at playing at a different school for next year.
Something that we talked about with Darius on the front end, Coach McCaffrey was really open with him and kind of helped lay out the plan for Darius so that he could understand that this could be an avenue for him once he graduates to now go work on his master's and still continue to play basketball.
I'm very happy for him because, again, he's pursuing his dreams, and whatever those may be, and of course I'm going to support him no matter what.
I only have 1 more year of eligibility left, so I want to make the most of it. I want to play a bigger role on a team and just show what I can do on the court. You guys haven't got to see me that much in these last 4 years, but I think next year you guys are really going to see what I can do.
I think all of Hawk Nation will be excited to see Darius do some serious work on the court, no matter where it is. His father told me he wants Darius to come closer to home, but as of right now, where he will continue his education in physical therapy or athletic training is still up in the air. Megan and Stefan, back to you guys.
Only with Daily Iowan TV can you get an inside look into Thursday's pages of the Daily Iowan. Emptying your pockets for charity, in honor of Phil's Day, read about one UI couple dedicated to philanthropy.
And change for the Jefferson Building. Find out what current occupying businesses have to say about a potential boutique hotel.
Well, that's your most current edition of Daily Iowan TV. Be sure to check us out tomorrow anytime online at dailyiowan.com.
Thank you for watching and have a great night.